I think one interesting feature about Russian strategy of using hybrid threats is that they always try to throw a surprise. They are always playing white, as they say in chess, and each surprise is a different one. It certainly started all with annexation of Crimea, where there was kind of polite green man going there. It was kind of when the whole term hybrid threat was invented. And then it was interference in the US elections. And then it was this, and then it was that. And last year it was ransomware attacks. And this year it's Belarus weaponizing migrants. So they are definitely not repeating their menu of hybrid threats. They're trying to invent something new. But it is also clear that nearly each time they go for that, it backfires. It backfires very seriously, backfired in the US presidential elections when they were really caught. Even the ransomware attacks were generally unattributable, but no, they were traced back to Russia, and it was issue taken very seriously in the United States, and they stopped. They had to stop. And clearly Poland was prepared for the weaponization of migrants, and the border was fortified, and the migrants were not able to pass. So it's not that the surprises work, but nevertheless Russia definitely will try to throw in more surprises. It's not going to stop these activities because the efforts backfired because there were some painful consequences. And they will probably go for the targets which are most vulnerable, where opportunities are most rich. And maybe I would suspect next year, in the coming months, Russia would focus on Turkey, where the regime of Erdogan is suddenly very vulnerable, when new elections may be looming, and Putin is very interested in keeping his counterpart. They have difficult personal relationships, certainly, but for him that's the preferred alternative. So some sort of interference there is very probable. It's certainly far away from the Baltic region and Finland, but what we're probably also worried about is a combination of hybrid and real hardcore military attack. Ukraine is under threat. I hope there will be not an escalation to a military conflict, but nevertheless it is possible. If sufficient measures are taken to counter that, Russia will pretend nothing was intended. If the measures are not taken, I think it might very well prompt Russia to press Ukraine harder and harder, because Ukraine objectively is the main, for Russia, the main object, the main target for the real pressure, for the real attacks.